Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Lucky Penny here with a pick a card reading. This is just a quick little intro letting you know that each of the 4 piles in this reading is going to have its own separate video. So go ahead and check the description box below for links to each individual reading, and then let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, this is pile number 2. Okay, so if you picked this pile, this reading is for you. This crystal is actually called scolecite. Okay, and this crystal is, it's a very high vibrational crystal. It's one of the Synergy 12, if you want to look that up. I might do a video on that later, and if I do, I will link it in the description box below. So what this crystal is about, it's like angelic energy, it's intuition, it's spiritual, it's like a very heavenly spiritual energy. Okay, so if that means something to you, that's right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and see what they have to say. And as before, this is whatever message is most important for you to know right now from the universe, from your guides. Hummingbird, oh joy. Okay, all right, so for you guys, I feel like you guys take things way too seriously. Okay, and that's not a judgment. This is just saying you guys have maybe been feeling very sad lately. Like I almost feel like some of you, like a group of you, have maybe lost someone recently to death or to divorce, or in some kind of permanent way. And so it's time for you. This is just reminding you, like, there is joy in the world. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to it's just this very sweet kind of open energy, and it's just this beautiful feeling of like a hand on your shoulder just saying it's gonna be okay. Okay, and for the rest of you, this is like maybe you've been feeling very stressed or very kind of put down or downtrodden, and this is just giving you that, again, that comfort, that really comforting feeling of, like, a warm blanket, or just whatever that is for you, whatever that feeling from spirit is of comfort. Okay, omens, pay attention to signs. Okay, so this goes back to those of you who have lost loved ones to death or to passing, to crossing over. They will oftentimes show up in signs for you. Like if you smell their favorite perfume, or their favorite TV show comes on, or their favorite animal, or like even sometimes a feather, because oftentimes a feather is a message from angels or those who have crossed over. And so and for those of you who have loved ones who've passed on, they are still around. They're still showing up for you, and they're free of pain. They're happy. They're in a good place, and they want you to know that. They want you to be at peace, knowing that they are completely at peace. They're in certain terms, they're in heaven. Okay, and so this is really reminding you it's okay. They're okay. You're okay. You may be going through something right now, but this is not the end. Okay, which is funny because this is not at all the direction I thought this would go. But apparently, you've got some loved ones who want to connect with you, and they're nudging you, and they're reminding you that it's okay, and that they want to talk. And so just feel their love whenever they show up for you. Be willing to believe it's them. Be willing to recognize, not even believe, but willing to know and to recognize that it's them talking to you, and feel their love and their comfort. And even for those of you who may not have like had someone die, this is for you to pay attention to the signs that the universe is sending you. But I feel like even then, maybe they haven't died recently. Like maybe someone in your past is showing up as a guide for you, as a spirit guide. Oftentimes our spirit guides are ancestors, or those we've loved who've passed on, or even just people who have influenced us in some way, even if it was very distantly, but those who have passed on. So they're reaching out to you, and they are really, really very supportive. They're right there with you. They have all the love in the world for you. They are cheering you on. They are rooting for you. They are giving you all their love. And you've almost been like, this sounds so bad, but you've almost been giving them the cold shoulder. Like you haven't been willing to like let it in or receive it. So start paying attention to that. Start opening yourself up and letting yourself be comforted. You don't have to be in pain. even if someone did pass on, you know, we think we're supposed to hurt. Like I remember my mother telling me, you know, when I was really sad, it said, well, she said, that's how you know that you really cared. Okay. And that's true. But at the same time, grief is a process, but we don't have to feel what we think we should feel. Like that's the standard. Like we have to be in a lot of pain, we have to be depressed, we have to like, you know, be wailing and crying and gnashing our teeth. But at the same time, if we're not receiving comfort from them, from those who have passed on, if we're not willing to pay attention to what they're telling us, then we're rejecting their guidance. We're not able to really move on. Okay, so that's funny. That was kind of a long tangent, but that really came up strongly for me, that you have people who've moved on who would like to reconnect. Okay, Salmon, determination. You know where you are going and you will get there. Okay, so what's interesting is the first thing that came up for me with this was career, which is like a complete split from this. This is very much like, you know, grieving and mourning and all that. But then over here you have like, okay, very, very concrete, very practical, like moving forward. What do we do now? So I almost feel like maybe you've been split, like you haven't been really letting yourself feel. Or no, it almost feels like this is just a split. Like it just feels like we're moving on. This is a different area now, which is interesting. I've never had that happen before. Like this is almost 2 readings in one. Where, okay, so now it feels like we're talking about like career, or you have some kind of goal in mind. It almost feels like you've got blinders on, or blinkers. You've got blinkers on, where you are just like super, super focused, almost to the point where you're not actually seeing what you need to see in order to get where you want to go. You're so focused on this one way of getting there that like all these other possible pathways are passing you by. Yeah, okay, yeah, adaptability. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation. So it's ingenuity. So that's a perfect, exactly that. So let's just kind of split these up into 2. So this is very much, it almost feels like you're avoiding something here with this determination, this blindness of you haven't taken the time to really, I think it's maybe because you don't trust yourself. I think that you don't trust that you have what it takes. And so you are just like, you're clinging to this dream. And so I feel like maneuverability and adaptability and spontaneity comes with trust. When you trust the universe, when you trust yourself, you can become flexible. And so that's funny. There's a card for flexibility. I wonder if it'll come up. But it's really interesting here because you've got this very rigid feeling here, but then this is super flexible and super flowy and all this sort of stuff. So this is really where you want to be going, is allow yourself to be a little spontaneous, allow yourself to loosen up and laugh a little bit and just be a little, step outside your box. I feel like you can be very conventional and very kind of in a box sometimes. And so this is saying, let that go. Okay, let it go, let it be. Trust yourself a little more, loosen up, it'll be okay. Okay. Yamanya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now, walk through them. That's exactly what this was, okay? So if you're not willing to step outside your comfort zone a little bit, you're gonna miss these opportunities. But if you are willing to let go of this rigidness, if you're willing to be willing to be wrong, and that sounds really bad, but it's just letting go of the need to be right, the need to, you know, to win, the need to have it your way. You know, you are getting exactly what you want. It's just not going to happen the way you think. Okay? And so if it takes being wrong to get what you want, you get to choose if you're willing to do that. But like it's literally right in front of you. It's coming your way, but it's, you know, you get to get out of your own way here. Okay? Compassion. Okay? Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Oh, that's so perfect. I love this. So this is really like, I feel like this is a message from Spirit. Like literally, I feel like Kuan Yin is coming in and giving you this message like, hey, compassion is one of the most powerful forces in the world. Compassion, love, all of that, it's completely, it's invincible. Like nothing can conquer love, like true divine love. And so this is a reminder for you to that you are being taken care of, that you don't have to do it all on your own. Because I feel like you're very good at like getting all the little details, but like I feel like you're very scattered sometimes. Like you're trying to get it all together, you're trying to hold your life together, and it's just not working. And it's because you're holding on so tightly that you can't, a closed fist can't receive anything. Okay? And so if you allow yourself to open up, all of this beauty and love and compassion is coming your way. You just get to be willing to be wrong. Okay? So let go of your ego. Let go of that for a bit, okay? We'll see what happens. Leap of faith. That's perfect. That's exactly it. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Ah, that's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. I don't know why that wants to go over there, but it does. Yeah, this is exactly what we've been talking about here of, maybe we can combine these again. I don't know. We'll see. This is gorgeous here because it really does take a leap of faith for you to change the way you're doing things. Okay, one of my favorite sayings that I absolutely love, this is so powerful for me and I live my life by it, and that is, if you do it the way you've always done it, you will get what you've always gotten. Okay? Look at your life and look at your results and really be honest, is this what you want? And if not, change your actions, do it differently than you've ever done it before. Okay? And this is where it can be a little uncomfortable. That's why it's a leap of faith. It's a risk. But I'm telling you, they are here to catch you. You are 100% supported by spirit and by the other side. Oh, beautiful. Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation, okay? I kind of wonder, this is interesting. I feel like for a couple of you, this may not be for all of you, but for a couple of you, I feel like there was a relationship that failed because you weren't willing to let go of your ego. And that may sound really harsh, but this is kind of like, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that you guys, and you may know it, you may not be willing to admit it, but this is really spirit just saying, look, love is love, and that's all that matters. Being right doesn't matter. Being on top doesn't matter. What really matters is that you love and that you are loved. And this, it could be a real risk for you to open your heart and to see things in a different way. And so this is saying, transcend that and be open. Be willing to be open-minded and to change your perspective, okay? This is so beautiful. Like, oftentimes when I'm doing readings, I will picture specific people in my life that seem to fit. They'll like come into my mind, and this one is really beautiful. And so, like, again, and please comment down below what stood out to you, what rang true for you, how this fits your life, and because I'd love to get your feedback, as well as, you know, what didn't ring true, because this is a very interesting reading. I've never really had one like this before where it was so split. But go ahead, and I'd love to get your feedback on that and see why it came out that way. Anyway, so moving forward, Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Beautiful. Okay, I feel like, oh, this is so beautiful. I feel like a lot of the reason why you've been holding yourself so tightly and so controlled is because you are actually a very emotional person. You feel things very, very deeply. Like, when you hurt deeply. I think that's why this came up, actually. How perfect is that? And this goes back again, flexibility, cycles, and rhythms. This is perfect because you are at heart an emotional being. And so you've been very afraid of that. And so you've been trying to hold and like resist your body's and your emotions' rhythms and cycles, and trying to resist and trying to control and trying to make sure that it doesn't get out of, that you don't lose control. But then what happens is you bottle it up and then you explode, and that actually just reinforces that fear. And so this is telling you, let it out a little by little. Watch a sad movie and let yourself cry. Grieve. Allow yourself to grieve. My goodness, you guys. You have just been stuffing it down and eating your emotions and just like holding on. Like, it almost makes me feel sick. And you guys, like, you have such beautiful souls, like really, really like deep and colorful and just very like almost like deep water, of just there's a lot there, and you've been holding it all back because you've been afraid of it. Okay, and so this is really like, you are so completely supported. Like, look how Kuan Yin is supporting this card. Like, she is there for you. So call on her, call on Kuan Yin, call on your spirits, your guides, your angels, your masters, you know, your ascended masters, whoever you. I often call them my legions of light. I was told very specifically that I have a legion of light who is there to support me, and everybody does. You know, and I don't know why I'm being asked to say this, but I was even told once that I am the commander of armies of light. And I think why that's coming up is we often feel powerless. In the physical, like in this realm, we often feel very powerless, but when we step into our spiritual power and call on our legions of light, call on our armies of light, and command them to heal the world, command them to heal a situation, command them to heal us, anything is possible. Literally anything is possible. I was told that there is nothing they cannot do for you. So call on them. It is a huge, powerful tool. And like any tool, if it is not used, it's useless. So use it. Use them. They are here for you. Okay? Okay. Musing right along. Okay, you guys think way too much. Don't try to understand this with your head, okay? Feel it with your heart. There's a part of you that really knows. That's your soul, your spirit. It knows that this is true, and it feels it. And so don't let your head run away with you, because this requires you to trust yourself, okay? Anything that I say gets to resonate with you. You get to check in with your heart, not your head, with your heart, with your spirit, okay? And that will never lead you wrong. That will always bring you exactly where you need to be. And so this is basically, this is so great. I love, these cards have such a great sense of humor. These are the Oracle of E by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. There's a book that goes along with these, I believe, as well. And so this is, again, this is just saying, like, don't try to understand it with your brain. You know, your brain's a wonderful computer, but it doesn't know anything that's beyond just the very nitty-gritty physical, you know, stuff like that. And so trust your heart. Nasty knot. Yeah, okay. I feel like this is an interesting one. I feel like this one, actually, let me try this. Okay, all right. Perfect, that makes sense. Okay, so what happens here is this is your spirit speaking to you, okay? This is like, the messages are there. This is what happens when you tune in and trust. Loud and clear, you get it. Like, you have the intuition. This comes back to trusting yourself. You have a nasty knot. You have a tendency to tie yourself into logical knots and convince yourself out of things that are good for you. Convince yourself out of spirit's promptings. And so don't let your ego, don't let other people's opinions, don't let your own determination to be bad, sick, and wrong, because that's the thing. Like, you get to be right about yourself. If you know, if you say I'm bad, sick, and wrong, you're going to prove yourself right by creating situations that tell you that you're bad, sick, and wrong. Okay? So let that go. Let it go. That's not good for you. Okay? And so it's time for you to receive Spirit's messages loud and clear. Okay? And then these cards, which actually, I'm going to turn this back over. These cards are amazing. They are the Zibu Angelic Oracle deck. They are by Debbie Almstead, I believe. I have to look that up. But she's amazing. She channeled these symbols. They are incredibly powerful healing tools. And so when I turn them over, take a minute to just, you can even pause the video, just behold the symbols, because they hold an incredible healing energy, okay? Oh, beautiful. Encouragement. I share encouragement and breathe hope into the lives of others and my life as well. Okay, so beautiful. That is Spirit just saying, hey, you guys, you got this. They're here for you, 100%. They are here for you. Ooh, choose life. I embrace life fully in this moment to awaken my heart to know joy again. Wow, okay, you guys. I feel like you've let fear hold you back a lot, and so it's time for you to start living. It's time for you to have courage and start living your life. Okay, wow, that was a really interesting reading, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please, group 2, comment below. I would love to get your feedback on this because this was so interesting. And I love you guys. I want you to succeed. I want you to heal and to grow. And so, if there's anything that I can do, I would love your feedback. Let me know. And let me know if there's any videos that you'd like to see as well, any different readings. And yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you later, okay? See you next time.